Alrighty, so now we are going to do the drive-by-wire setup here. This is an 82mm throttle body. So Andrew is working on taking off the Chinese throttle body right now, and then we will slap this guy on here. And then this is actually not his actual piece. This one we're borrowing from somebody else. So his is actually a black piece, but we need, Jeremiah's here today, so we need to get this intercooler piping situated. So we're just gonna attach these on temporarily. That way he can start building the cold side piping. So as you can see, we've got the Supra all back apart because the ECU is underneath the floorboard here. We've got some wire routed. It's not nowhere close to where it needs to be, but I just wired it up to basically test it. So we've got the drop-by-wire wiring ran through. We've got the throttle body put on. Now we have to leave this off. So if you watched our Max ECU drop-by-wire setup, you know we actually have to physically look at this. We haven't got the pedal installed yet because it has not made it. So that's the only thing that we've got. We've got the old pedal out. We've got the cable block off put in. So all that is done. So now I'm just going to calibrate the throttle body itself. Now the reason why we're doing that is because this car's kind of dead in the water without an actual throttle body working. So I'm going to just calibrate the throttle, and in Max ECU you can put it in test mode where it just keeps the throttle cracked, and at that point I could just, you know, force the throttle to stay cracked open to like 10%, and at that point I could back the car in and out as needed. So now we're going to go through the software and get that all set up so that way it's working. And then it's just after that, once the pedal makes it in, it's just a matter of running the pedal. Now the reason why the wire is apart right now is because that the Max ECU, like a lot of other ECUs, only has a singular 5-volt output and a singular sensor ground, so I had to tap into it. Now I don't want to finish up this wiring because the pedal position sensor also requires 5-volt and sensor ground as well. So I left everything a little bit on the long side. That way, when we do get the pedal install, I can finally route the final harness, and then I can go through and cut everything to length and clean it all up. All right, so we've got the idle set at 900 RPMs right now. It's idling damn near perfect in my opinion. So I know we're good here because I can cap this off of my hand and it'll try to, so the throttle is trying to basically change to get more out of it. So it's working, and I can feel basically I can feel the amount of vacuum because the throttle's opening and closing. So we're good here. All right, so I've been dealing with the cold start idle here. But as you can see, the car's coming up to temp. But I mean, I can get it to idle like 800-ish, even with the cams. So you can hear that it's a little bit on the lumpy side. But of course, with cams, that's just what it is. And it's not like the car is like shaking like crazy. Obviously, you can feel the lumpiness of it. So overall, we're looking pretty good. I'm gonna let the car come up to temp because I want to see the fan coming on. So in the idle control settings, like a lot of other ECUs, you can add like a duty cycle to when the fan comes on. Okay, so we got the fan running, and we've got it still idling roughly 800 RPMs, 800, 850 or something like that. So the idle's pretty good here. And then I think that's really about it as far as idle control goes. So now at this point, it's just figuring out the AC side of it. All right, so now we've got drop-by-wire working, we've got the pedal installed, and all that is working. So now the last part of it is actually getting AC to function. So now you can see that the radio is out of it, and the reason is that we need to get to this box here. This box is called the AC amplifier. So from the factory, the ECU sends a couple signals to this box to get this to work. So the signals are tachometer. It needs to know RPM for it to actually activate, because it needs to know that the car is actually running. So that's one. RPM needs to be one. The other is the actual request switch, which is the from the ECU, the button to the ECU. And then finally the actual output wire. Now the output wire we're not too concerned about because the Max ECU is handling that. So we're not too concerned about the output wire, but we need to get RPM into the box, and then we need to get the request signal. Now what scares me about the whole thing though is that there may be a chance that it will not work. The reason is that it's got a couple AC pressure switches and whatnot, and it may not work because it doesn't have that. All right, definitely kicked my ass. So to let you guys know, basically, one, we had to bypass the AC pressure switch, okay? And that makes sense because the AC pressure switch is it's just grounded, and without it, the AC amplifier, aka the AC ECU, is not happy because it doesn't see any pressure. So I grounded that and we got pressure. The next thing that we had though was that we could not get we had to feed a tach signal into here. It needed to see the tachometer before it was happy. And finally, finding the right wire, I was able to get the AC to work like it's supposed to. So you can hear that the idle comes up with the AC on. If I flick it off, AC drops because the compressor's not running. So definitely got it nailed, and it took a long time to get here, but damn it, are we here. All right, so we've got everything worked out. We've got AC working, we've got drive-by-wire working, we got all that stuff working. So now what we need to do is start cleaning up our wiring. So because we had to add the B connector to get the drive-by-wire stuff, and then the extra inputs and outputs, we now have a bunch of harnesses that we're not using. So that's EGT, knock sensor, some other stuff, that's all right here. So we've got these bundled up and out of the way. All right, so now all we have to do is deal with this disgustingness of wire here, which it looks bad, but I can assure you that it's really not that bad. So the way I do things is I like to kind of isolate it one at a time. Now, both the throttle position, the drive-by-wire throttle body, which has the two throttle position sensors, and then the pedals, which same deal, have two pedal position sensors. So they both share into this sensor ground and 5-volt wire, which is all poorly electric taped here, but we're going to deal with it one by one. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to deal with routing the pedal position sensor, because that harness runs kind of on its own over there. And so what we're going to do is we're basically just going to try to run, hopefully we have enough length to run this harness down over here. And once we get everything kind of routed where it needs to go, it'll give us an idea of where we need to start trimming these wires. All right, a few hours later, we got everything attached, including AC. Put a nice plug on the AC system there. So now we're gonna go ahead and test it. If everything goes well, drive-by-wire should work, we shouldn't get any errors, and AC should work as well. So let's go ahead and start this thing up, and it's been a challenge here. So let's go ahead and we'll fire this thing up real quick here. Okay, can rev it up. See if AC comes on now or not. Hopefully it does though. All right, AC does not seem to be coming on as far as I can tell. Let me go walk over here and check the fans. So normally the idle will spike. I don't see the fan running, so okay, now we got to double check our work. Usually works better if the connector's all the way in. So this connector wasn't fully seated. I hear the fan request coming on. I don't see the AC fan activating yet though. Oh yeah, it is on. Okay, so AC is on. Drive-by-wire is working. Yep, can feel the cold air coming out of it. Idle dips down like it's supposed to. Let's try that again. Huh. Strange. AC just is wigging out. Oh. Oh, this button was stuck. Yeah, this button's getting stuck. Okay, so, yep, AC's working, AC's off. Okay, so now everything functionally wise is working for drive-by-wire and AC. So yay.